How do you do? My name is Alfred Hitchcock, and I would like to tell you about our good friends, the birds.
That's the damnedest thing I ever saw.
Birds just don't go around attacking people without no reason.
Yes, they attack the children. Attack them. What's the matter with all the birds?
Birds are not aggressive creatures, miss. They bring beauty into the world.
Those gulls attack.
Impossible.
They came in right down the chimney.
All the windows are broken in Dan's bedroom. All the windows.
Why are they doing this?
It's the end of the world.
Are the birds going to eat us, Mommy?
Get yourselves guns and wipe them off the face of the earth.
That would hardly be possible.
Birds, don't!
The 5 continents of the world contain more than 100 billion birds.
Oh, once the birds were everywhere.
Why don't you all go home? Lock your doors and windows.
Did you get the windows in the attic? When do you think they'll come? What happens if you run out of wood?
I don't know.
You don't know. When will you know? When we're all dead.
There he goes. Well, as you can see from that wonderful little clip there, yes, that really is the interesting Alfred Hitchcock. And, oh boy, you're in for a treat. So everybody will be in for a treat on this one. You can judge it if you want. This could be a drinking buddy's best friend, or people really did get scared of this movie. So I will be reviewing The Birds right after one of our friendly birds in this wonderful message. So I will review The Birds right after this.
Look, Toucan, my bird bot thinks they've got fruit flavors just like you.
Oh, almost. Fruit flavors, you ask? My nose was invented for the task.
How does it work?
Just follow my nose. It always knows. Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal with natural fruit flavors. Orange, lemon, cherry, and lots of vitamin C. Part of this complete breakfast. Well,
I'd like to experiment further with Fruit Loops.
and you?
Need more fruit.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that wonderful commercial. So I figured since I'm reviewing the movie The Birds, why not do a commercial with a bird? So I did a friendly one with Toucan Sam, the Fruit Loops mascot, Toucan Sam. That is his name, and Toucan Sam is very happy because RFK did not take the dyes out of his wonderful cereal, so now him and Clark Griswold are still poisoning children all over the world. So now off the topic of the wonderful Fruit Loops, and as you can see, we have our Halloween decorations all ready for the. Oh, you can put the camera on the jack-o'-lanterns. The very expensive jack-o'-lanterns, which I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for those. But those were the Blockbuster promotion jack-o'-lanterns. I think I covered that in one of my videos last year. So this is the movie The Birds, and I believe this came out in 1963. And yes, this is Alfred Hitchcock directing this. And if you don't know who Alfred Hitchcock is, I believe he was an Ed Gein freak. He also directed the movie Psycho, Rear Window, and of course The Birds, which I will be reviewing.
Never heard of any of them.
Okay. And this is also starring Rod Taylor.
Nope.
Okay, he was in The Time Machine, and he was also the voice of Pongo in 101 Dalmatians.
Can't recall.
Oh, jeez. A movie you like and you...
I don't know who voices the dog.
Well, he was the voice of Pongo. I believe he was one of the main Dalmatians in that movie.
He was the main one. Go on.
Well, there you go. See, Pongo was the main one, and
Well, the dad.
okay, and Rod Taylor was the voice. So there we go, Rod Taylor, and he was also in Inglourious Bastards. He was also. That's the name of the movie. I have to say it. I'm not giving you money for that. Yeah, so Rod Taylor is the voice of Pongo. and he was also in Walker, Texas Ranger, and like I said, that one movie before, he played a he was Winston Churchill in that movie that I just mentioned that I'm going to owe somebody $1 for. So now here's a fun one: is Tippi Hedren. This movie was introducing her, and just as fast as she was introduced, she may have fallen off the big screen for a while. Let's see, she was in a really good movie, one of my favorites, Ice Cream Sunday. That was a good one. Yeah, I never heard of it. And then she was also in some episodes. I think she was in an episode of CSI, Chicago Hope, The Marine. Um, Not movies we heard of because wonderful Alfred Hitchcock, the very kind, round man that he is she didn't apply to his advances, so he kind of ruined her career. Uh, Pretty much. He wanted her to suck on a dum dum lollipop, and she said no. So that was a possibility. He also sexually assaulted her, and plus the making of this movie, nobody had fun. It was not a lot of fun. They the actors were injured in this because he actually had these wonderful actors and actresses get mauled by birds. He found ways of doing this. He put honey on them, so the birds went after them. So this was not a fun movie to make, and Alfred Hitchcock was famous for doing this in his movies. The actress in Psycho, I know I'm getting off topic with another movie here, but she never wanted to take a shower again after the shower scene in Psycho because Alfred Hitchcock pretty much scared the bejeebers out of her because he was the guy behind the curtain. So that is Alfred Hitchcock at his best. So, and yes, I have more about the director than the actual actors in this movie. So, and now we also have Jessica Tandy. We know her from Batteries Not Included, Driving Miss Daisy. Really, I'm getting no's all over the board here. So I will leave it at that for Jessica Tandy. Now the story to this is very simple. A lawyer approaches her, pulls a prank on the wonderful Tippi Hedren here. I just forgot the actress's name. It'll come to me. I mean the character's name. It'll come back in a minute. So he plays a prank on her. So then she goes to his weekend home to return the favor with a bird. And then she ends up getting mauled by a seagull, and the birds act strange and just start attacking people. That is actually the story of this movie. So I will actually show the first clip of her getting mauled right off the bat here. Well, that probably stung a little bit. So she got mauled by this wonderful diseased bird. And so she does have a little bit of a bump on the head. And then the lawyer Mitch Brenner, who she is going to see, and this is her name is Melanie. I knew the character's name would come to me. So he ends up putting peroxide on it. I wouldn't be surprised if Alfred Hitchcock put the most painful chemicals in that bottle as possible, and then he fixes her up. And now she's going to visit. I believe it's her sister, and then they see these birds kind of fly by. So I'm going to show that clip in a second. So this is Hitchcock's way of giving an eerie feeling to this movie. So I will show that clip in just a second. Well, this is the clip here of the birds. I did this just because it was just kind of a it's kind of like a foreshadow of what could happen. There was a lot of seagulls, and just the way they were sort of flocking together just looked a little odd. And this is Mitch Brenner's sister. I'm sorry, not Melanie Daniels' sister. So she is staying with the Brenners for the time being. So now she's going to explain why she's in a hurry to get to San Francisco. It's probably because maybe the birds are less angry in San Francisco, since now there are self-driving cars in San Francisco. So maybe she thinks it's a friendly place. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Morning for one thing.
You have a job?
I have several jobs.
What do you do?
I do different things on different days.
Like what?
Well, on Mondays and Wednesdays, I work for the Travelers Aid at the airport.
Helping travel.
No, misdirecting them. I thought you could read my character. On Tuesdays, I take a course in general semantics at Berkeley.
Well, here's what she's in a hurry to get to. Apparently, her job. And the lawyer, Mitch Brenner, finds it very shocking that she has one. So I don't know why, but so anyway, so now she is staying at the Brenners for a little bit longer until she goes to San Francisco. She didn't stay for dinner, but she seems to wander in at a perfect time. Now this movie is starting to cook with gas. So, and I really wish that B. Arthur played Mitch Brenner's mother in this movie. And you will find out in just a second.
Across to Santa Rosa, I'll come out on the freeway much earlier, won't I? Yes, and the freeway is much quicker.
Yeah, but you'll be hitting all the heavy traffic going back to San Francisco.
Just listen to those lovebirds. Mitch.
Show me your faces! Show me your eyes!
I don't think they're going to get us for this one.
Well, this is a very interesting little dinner party here. A bunch of birds just fly in through the fireplace, and yes, I did mention the B. Arthur comment. I think this would be hilarious if B. Arthur was in this movie, because I think Alfred Hitchcock would really maybe turn that frown upside down. Actually, he would make her frown even worse. So having birds just absolutely maul B. Arthur would just be hilarious. And yes, me and my brother, when we first saw this movie, my parents made us watch it. So what did we do? We sat back and we laughed and had a good time. My parents, on the other hand, my mom was terrified of this movie. So let's just say we got scolded quite a few times. So I figured I would be showing you a treat here. So so now Mitch Brenner's mother finds something very unexpected, and it seems to traumatize her quite a bit. So I will show the next clip in just a second. Alfred Hitchcock got his best catch up for this scene. Ooh, that hurts. Well, at least it did.
That's gross.
It might be, but
Right?
I know it's not funny, but it kind of is how these birds made quite an effort to kamikaze through that window there just to peck somebody to death. So yes, when me and my brother were roaring on the floor, laughing at the old lady running um, through the house there. Yes, we did get yelled at again, but this was definitely worth a watch. So I don't know if it was just the way she was running that we were laughing at. Who really knows? She probably pooped her depends if they had them in the '60s. But obviously she just went to bed, and I just think she just wanted an excuse not to do anything for the rest of the day. So she's obviously in bed, traumatized. So now these children are at school. Melanie's probably gonna pick Mitch's daughter up from school. This is I shouldn't admit that this is one of my favorite parts of the movie, but it is. So I'm going to show one of my favorite clips in just a second.
Close that door quickly.
What?
Please.
What is it?
Look. We've got to get the children out of here.
All right, well, that didn't happen as quick as I thought. So I guess I'm getting the birds planning their attack. And yes, these are crows, so they're dirty on top of that. So now I will show you what happens to these, I'm sure, very misbehaved children. So I will show the next clip in hopefully just a second.
I would like you to show her how quiet and obedient you can be. We're going out of school now. I want those of you who live nearby to go directly home. Lead the way.
Trying to find the one where kids kicking their legs. Okay, that's good.
Well, here is one of my favorite parts of the movie, and yes, these are just crows. So they seem to have no trouble knocking this girl over. For some reason, I thought she was kicking her legs. So, so yes, Alfred. I mean, if Alfred Hitchcock actually um, injured kids in this movie, I guess he was kind of a heartless director. I mean, could you just imagine actors or actresses today? They would not be able to get along with Alfred Hitchcock. They would not even have jobs. I mean, imagine Megan Fox being ordered to do this. She wouldn't last 2 minutes. Um, Ben Affleck wouldn't last 30 seconds. Um, who else am I forgetting here? I'm sure a lot. Shia LaBeouf. Oh, now that would be entertaining. Him and Alfred Hitchcock would probably get into a fist fight. So, those are just a few that come to mind. I don't know any more of these talentless clowns. Oh, Kristen Stewart would be hilarious too. She would have the same reaction on her face. She would just look all dull. So now let's see how the townspeople feel about these birds. Some people obviously think it's a joke. I would be one of them. So I will show that clip in just a second.
How could we possibly hope to fight them?
We couldn't, you're right. You're right, Mrs. Bundy.
Smith, something wrong out here?
We're fighting a war, Sam.
War against who?
Against birds.
I'm glad you all think this is so amusing. Frighten the children half out of their wits. If the young lady said she saw the attack at a school, why don't you believe her?
What attack? Who attacked the school?
Birds did, crows. You're all sitting around here debating. What do you want him to do next? Crash through that window? Mommy.
Well, these are the townspeople here. I like how the cook just kind of just stuck his head out, and then of course they're all putting in their little ideas, and then of course this old lady. I thought she was a grandma, not a mother. I guess smoking really aged her. So so then she mentions going to San Francisco, and then she wanted to know the fastest way. Then he said to take the freeway, and then she asked where that is. So just dumbness is, I guess, always in horror movies. And then the guy says he'll drive her when he's done with his drink. So Alfred Hitchcock is putting some humor into this. Um, it it is, and so now I will show the final clip. I guess this is where horror movie directors get the idea to put a blonde bimbo going up the stairs for safety. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Well, this is the final clip, and she heard a noise. Sorry, she heard a noise, so she went upstairs. That could be even worse than what I said. So apparently, that just dumb blondes just have these little blonde moments. I guess in every horror movie. So I guess even in the '60s, maybe Alfred Hitchcock just thought of this. And I believe in this scene here is when he puts the honey on this actress, and that's how the birds maul her as much as they do. So, yes, he did use real birds to maul these um, actors and actresses, and I guess she took the blunt of most of it. This was the punishing part of the movie. So, this is the final clip that I am showing, and yes, this unfortunately, me and my brother were very disappointed when this movie ended. We wanted more stupidity. So now I will actually do my review of this movie, and because people, I have to do it at the time period that this was brought out. This was 1963, and it did scare people. For that, I have to give it a somewhat decent grade. So yes, I will actually give this movie a B. It was popular. Obviously, I bought it, so I got a laugh or two or maybe five out of the movie. So I actually thought this was um, a funny movie to watch from time to time, and plus Alfred Hitchcock has that way about him that I do laugh at him as well. So I'm not really sure where to stream this, but I do recommend this movie for people like Sheldon Cooper who are afraid of birds. Could you imagine him watching this? That is hilarious in its own right as well. So I do recommend it for people that do want a scare if you're afraid of birds, or if you want a cheap laugh. This is a movie to watch for that. Or if you are drinking with a bunch of your buddies, oh, this would be a movie to watch for that as well. So I don't know if you can stream this. I bought this. I'm not going to tell you for how much. This was part of an Alfred Hitchcock collection, so I probably paid more than $5 for it. This is way back when DVDs were still somewhat popular. Now people just laugh at me for having them. So, yes, this is one that I will definitely recommend to watch. You can watch this as a family if you choose to. So, it did get a PG rating. So, and thank you very, very much for subscribing. I got a few new subscribers from King Kong and one of my Get Up shorts. Yes, Mike Greenberg in this movie would be fantastic too. So yes, please subscribe if you want.
I mean, it's first smile after this whole thing.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And comment if you like, and thank you very much for watching.